Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of 90 Day Fiance, Season 9, Episode 16. Here comes the pride.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop.
auntie that everybody needs.
You can't make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of 90 Day Fiance, Season 9, Episode 16, Here Comes the Pride, I will rate this episode a C minus. Let me know down in the description box, in the comment section, what you will rate this for this week. Every time we do the weddings, I'm tired. I get so tired. Like, get it over with. Let's be done with it, okay? Let's just do it. We don't need all the prep. We don't need, we don't need it. But we're going to get into it anyway. Okay. So the first couple that I want to talk about is Biniam and Ariel. Okay, of course, she is, making all of these negative comments about not knowing whether or not, she wants to marry Biniam. This episode, Biniam was fine as I have never really looked at him and thought that he was like fine, but Biniam was looking like a smooth glass of wine. That hair was tight. That face was moisturized. Them ankles was lit. The jacket was, what? Fine. Biniam cleans up. Wow. Oh, yes, he does now. So, we saw him open up. Biniam is the jack of all trades, the master of all of them. He is now the barber to Ariel's father. There is nothing that this man can't do. So once he gets that green card, he can sew in the morning, cut hair during the midday, and at night, he can wrestle. The boy can just do it all. What else can he do? So, he's having his moment with his dad and, his little son, who's just adorable. And, he is saying that, you are the sunshine of my life. Yeah. Okay. He loves her. And this is the family that he has been wanting. I think it has been haunting Biniam for a very long time. Matter of fact, we know it has. That, he lost custody of his other son. I hear rumors in the street that he's fighting for that now, but for that love and that child to leave him the way that, it happened, has crushed him. And I think that he has been holding his breath, waiting on this day, hoping that yet another woman would now walk out on him and that he would be able to live the American dream. And so, again, we see her for some reason, when they were doing her makeup, she was getting ready and prep work and all of that. But for some reason, it was like real dark right here. Was that hair? Or did the lady like cut her like Frankenstein, like right here, all up in here? And I kept looking and I kept saying, why is she like cut up in there? Like, what's that dark stuff on her? And I was like, is this a new way to contour? I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. I couldn't understand it. And I know that, some women have hair on their face. I have, mustaches, you got to go and get it threaded off. But I just was like, so anywho, she decides that she is going to marry him. He is standing at the end of the aisle looking oh so sexy, hoping that she's going to come. Miriam, she's coming, boo. They have decided to do a Jewish wedding. And it was very beautiful. He stepped on the glass, and I think they say, what do they say, Mazel Tov or something like that? Mazel Tov. And I thought that was very beautiful. I think that anytime people bring their customs to a wedding, I think it's just absolutely beautiful. She walked around him, I believe it was like 7 times, and he had to walk around her. We go as well. And I just thought that it was just absolutely beautiful. And when he stepped on the glass, which is traditional, he went to pick it up and they were like, no, don't pick it up. He's so used to cleaning and sewing and doing hair and cooking. Like he's doing the most. He's doing the most with the least. And I like it. So the two of them are married and they're going to live happily ever after and have a yard sale every month. The next couple that I want to talk about is Bilal and Shahida. She has finally decided to sign the prenup with 2 addendums. One addendum is that he is going to help her build her business and support it. The second one is he is going to try to impregnate her before the age of 40. Shahida's sisters come into town. Beautiful young ladies. She said that they are over here studying. And her other sister couldn't come or her other family members and sisters couldn't come because they had shut the border down. And no one is able to leave Trinidad. And so she's talking to her sisters, who again are here in the United States studying, and they begin to discuss the prenup agreement, of course. And the sisters are, saying that American men think they know everything. Shahida says that she believes that Bilal knows everything. Her sisters are like, we are hoping that the relationship is going to last between the two of you all, because she is a very independent, assertive, confident woman. And she's got to learn how to balance it with her type A husband. You could tell that she comes from a household of strong women, because as young as her sisters were, they knew exactly what they wanted and what they did not want out of a relationship, especially with an American man. They were extremely vocal about it. It's a shame that they have put American men in this box, and that you think that every man it has the same blueprint. Um, and unfortunately, that's so far from the truth. There are different men. Okay. She has an alpha man, but there are men who are not alphas. And there are men who don't think they know everything. And there are men who want, just want to be, dominated. They just, they want their ass beat and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's all kinds of men, men that want to walk around, with like chokers and stuff on their neck, and they want you to dog walk them. And then, you have the men that, want to stay home, and they want to, take care of the babies and all of that kind of stuff. And they want you to be the alpha in the relationship. There are all kinds of men from, every continent. I mean, like what? So the sisters have, they got this in their mind, but Bilal, unfortunately, is that type of man that the girls are talking about. But he did find a compromise with her. So she's just going to have to learn how to work the system with him, okay? Because he come with his own ecosystem. And she's going to have to learn how to maneuver around that, right? She's going to have to learn how to do that. And so anyway, she is earlier in the episode, she was at home and she was cleaning and stuff like that. And I think Bilal was he having a conversation with his daughter, and they were playing a game or something like that. I think he's great with his kids. I think that, if he comes back on Happily Ever After, that he should show more of that, because it shows the human side of him, and it lets you know that he is not robotic. And that he is not the asshole that he appears to be episode after episode while dealing with her. We have not been able to really see a soft side of him, although she says he's very romantic. We don't see it, because every time we see the romance, we see him throw some more in the game. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And so the sister made her wedding dress for her, and the sister brought the wedding dress over. But like her brother, she threw a monkey wrench in it. So she comes upstairs. She tells her to close her eyes. She wants to surprise her. She comes upstairs, and the sister says, "Okay, take your hands away from your eyes." She looks at this wedding dress, and it's an old frumpy wedding dress. And so, she is like, "Oh my God, no, I don't want this old wedding dress. This thing is ugly. This is not what I asked for." Woo, 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 woo. Well, it was a prank. She tells her to close her eyes again, and then she brings out her real wedding dress. And it is like a mermaid fit with the fishtail in the back. It's very pretty. It's all lace. The collar comes all the way up, choking her. But it is for her. And it was custom made by the sister, because the sister is a designer. So I thought that was really nice that she had an opportunity to get that done, because she was going wedding dress shopping, but she wasn't really finding what it was that she really wanted out the deal. And so the sister made the dress for her. The next couple the next couple that I want to talk about is Eve and Mohammed. Mohammed is the hardest working man on 90 Day Fiancé. He has shut that mouth down. He ain't complaining about nothing. He is agreeable. He is charming. He is batting them eyes, and he is slinging that. Mohammed is the best man ever. He wants that green card. He is so close to it, he can smell it. He said, "Well, my mama, when I had my conversation with my mama, I realized that I'm in America and I need to shape up before I get shipped out." He is doing everything, honey, but licking her toes 24/7. He wants that change of status. Now, understand that this is the week that he's got his interview. Now, at least that's what the rumor is out there on the street. And so all of these, these little things, these receipts that been coming out have come out at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Because she like, I don't need nobody messing up the bag. Now, her girlfriend, I can't think of what her girlfriend name is, but she is like, bitch, this ain't gonna work. She has tried to talk to Eve. Her and Eve went to go and get their nails done. And, this is after the bonfire. So they had their little bonfire and everything. And she's got to, make sure that her girl is okay because her girl is still side-eyeing her ass. And the girlfriend is like, look, Eve, I was trying to get married. I've been married and dated and all that kind of stuff. And honey, I was a runaway bride. I knew how to get up out of there. I got the hell up out of Dodge. And I'm trying to tell you, you can back out of this. You do not have to go through with this. And she's like, I think that he loves me. I'm more than sure that he loves me. And, we love each other and the age difference, it don't mean nothing. She like, bitch, I'm telling you, get up out of it. It ain't too late. Bitch, it ain't too late. And she's like, you know what? I want to be with him. I'm going to marry him. I'm convinced that this is what I want to do. The girlfriend was like, I'm going to show the fuck up. But you better hope I don't show the fuck out. It's unfortunate because everybody can see what's going on, including her. He holding her dress. He zipping her up. Like he doing the most. Because he know that he almost messed up by saying this about another sponsor. Even to the extent that after they did their wedding vows, y'all, for all of y'all that don't watch it, but y'all come and watch me for it. Even to the extent where they did their wedding vows and had their little reception, all that, this mofo sits out there and says, she says, I'm your only person, or I'm your only sponsor, or your whatever. She thinking this is a joke. He wasn't joking with her. He was not playing with her. And this is what she is marrying. All her girlfriends are concerned. The other little girlfriend just was like, you know what? Hell with this. Thank you so much, Michelle, for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, boo. She married him. She was excited because his apology came with a flower and another cheap-ass ring. He don't have a job and he don't have any money, so how the hell did he pay for it? It was sweet to see, and then again, it was a little sad that she had put Theron in a cute little suit, and he was all excited and everything, and I guess maybe production or whoever dragged it out so much that by the time he came down the aisle, bitch, he had on a whole t-shirt. And she was like, it's okay. He was frustrated. He took his clothes off and all that. And, he came, he just long as he's participating. But he stood up there with her the whole entire time, and they incorporated him into, the little sand thing that you did. But he didn't leave the whole time. And I thought, this is just what I thought. And I don't mean to be mean about it. But what I thought was this was her moment. And there wasn't anyone in the crowd that could get there on for her. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she's already marrying this asshole, right? And so she needs to make the day special. And I know that, she loves her child. Don't get it twisted. I love mine too. But on my wedding day, I want that to be my day. And I want my pictures and all that kind of stuff to be about me and the man that I'm marrying. And she shared it with him. She was very patient and loving with him. But I just wish for any bride that they have their moment. And I was like, is it nobody? Is it anybody? Is there someone that can come and get him just for 5 or 10 minutes while we exchange rings and do our vows? Now, it was cute that he was up there, but I'm just saying, I don't want any of y'all to get mad at me over it, because I don't mean it in a negative way. I just think that, it's your moment and you want that moment. I ain't even gonna put my glasses on. I was gonna put my glasses on to see, but I just think that she really deserved that moment. She married an ass. That's probably the only good thing she gonna get out of it is just having pictures. But I just was like, y'all know. So what other couple was on here? I think this season is just dragging by. We are at episode 16. And we still ain't at the tell-all. I ain't even seen the advertisements for the tell-all. I don't know who's going to be going the fuck off and who's not. I just want this season to be over. When I'm talking about Thias and Patrick, they're one of the main reasons why. Is she going to stay? Is she not going to stay? Is she going? Is she not going? Is she pleased? Is she not pleased? Is she satisfied? Is she not satisfied? God, does anything make this girl smile? Does anything make her happy? He took her out with his friends on the boat and the bitch was complaining about it. She goes out to dinner with him and tells him during dinner that as soon as they get married, she got to put the brother out. He said that it don't work like that. Since when does this teenager come over here and be so miserable and ungrateful for the things he's trying to do for her? I don't understand what dreams she has, because I really do believe that all of them come over here with a dream or a certain vision. So like I'm supposed to be going to Zanzibar, right? I have an idea of what I think it's going to be like to be there. I'm preparing myself, I'm doing research, all that kind of stuff. But I'm not looking at films with the fantasy part of what Zanzibar is. Bitch, I know it's going to be hot. I know it's going to be bugs I ain't never seen before in my life. I know I got to take 150 different shots, bitch, before I go. Like, I know that there's a lot of things, but I have an idea of what or a small expectation of what it's going to be like based on the research that I'm doing. But until you step over there, you don't know. But they come over here with these what is that? Breakfast at Tiffany's. They think it's shopping and they overrate the freedom. Like, I'm not getting it. This man puts her in a home, whether it was a rental or not, 2 beautiful homes. The average person that come over here, they don't have money like that. She has an opportunity to sleep away from the brother. She's been around with his family, everything. He seems like he's doing pretty good. But every time you see her and she opens her mouth, she's complaining about something. She is never happy or satisfied, in my opinion, with anything. She is hard fucking work. She is hard work. And there's no way I could work that hard to be with anybody. And then on top of that, her father don't like him. And so now she's keep throwing in his face, I'ma leave. I'ma leave. I think I'm gonna go. Go then. If your father, you respect everything that your father say, then respect him and go back home. But don't make it, if you don't do this, I'm gonna come home. American men are controlling. You're controlling everything. Boo, you ain't got nothing. You living up in this house. He control the heat and the air conditioner up in that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should not have the attitude that I have about it. But I'm just like, girl, bye, sit down. Sit down already. So Patrick decides that the best thing for him to do is ask her father for his blessing. Bitches, you dumb and all. She done already told you that the father don't like you. But maybe she hasn't told him to the degree that he needs to know. Because they get on that Skype with the father, and he asked the father for his blessing, and the father cussed his... The father said, no. I don't trust you. I don't like you. When you was here, I only met you 3 or 4 times. I don't know what your intention is with my daughter. I don't like you at all. You need to marry people there, and she needs to marry people here. Now, Daddy, I disagree with that, because I think that if you can find love, true, authentic love from wherever, then you should be married. There are a lot of 90 Day Fiancé cast members who are still married today. So it works for some people. For some people, they just ill-matched, period. I do believe that the two of them are ill-matched. I do believe he has that father figure type of attitude with her. Like, I gotta father her and teach her and groom her. I do believe he has a tinge of that. But I believe that a lot of it is because it's been unbalanced from the beginning financially. And you can have that with American to American. When you don't have the money and the means for to be independent, then you're going to be dependent. And she's young. She's unlearned. She doesn't know a lot. I'm telling you, I think she was watching Breakfast at Tiffany. And she has the wrong perception about America, because there are so many people who don't live as well as Patrick does. A lot of mofos don't live as well as he does. It's a blessing to be able to be in a 5,000 square foot home. That's a blessing, whether it's rented or purchased. And she's not getting it. But that daddy told him flat out no. Patrick said, I really wanted, I regret the fact that, I did not spend time with the father, and I should, I'll make sure that she comes back once a year, but I love your daughter and I'm going to take care of her. And the father don't have no understanding. He was like, he told Dias, he said, I am so disappointed with your ass. I'm disappointed on the decision that you made to be with him. He has a very negative opinion about American men. A very negative opinion about married men. But she is embracing that because she has been taught this, I'm sure, by her father for years. And so she's questioning it as well. In my opinion, break up. Because in another couple of years, she going to be like Juliana, honey, pregnant by somebody else and having a baby. It's not, she doesn't understand that beauty is only going to get her but so far, especially when you got big ass feet. When your feet are preceding you and everybody see your feet before they see your face, it's going to dry out after a while. because there's certain shoes you ain't gonna be able to wear, boo. Gonna be having clown boots on. It's just, what other couple was on there? Is there another couple that I missed? Let me think, y'all. Okay, so I did Ariel and Beniam. Oh, and Beniam had his family on there. Dias and Patrick, Bilal and Shahida, Eve and Mohammed. I can't remember if it was another one on there. If it was, I missed them. Oh, Emily and so I found out that the other day while on Instagram that Kobe and I have the same birthday. His birthday is also July 31. Isn't that something? So they had their baby on my birthday. I ain't gonna drag Emily this week. I know that's a shocker, Zulu, but I'm not gonna drag Emily this week. You know why? Because the way that temperature came up in there and the way that Kobe has been acting with looking for the apartment, I had to try to put myself in Emily's shoes. The temperature wants Kobe to be in another state because there is a big community of people for him. He's played into the stuff that temperature. Temperature is an agitated instigator in the background. He truly is. And Kobe is stressed out because he doesn't have the tenacity to tell the girl, well, not tenacity, he doesn't have the audacity to tell a girl the truth. If I was Emily, I probably would be feeling some kind of way too. Would I waited until the night before my wedding? No, I would have done it earlier. But I understand her apprehensions and feeling some kind of way. Kobe is mad with her because she's hiding a pregnancy. The two of them didn't do what they was responsible for doing, so Kobe is afraid that he gonna get put the fuck out. But there's no way that he's feeling like this without causing, without there being some friction between the two of them. So Emily is dressed up in her little African attire with her husband, and she's wanting to celebrate and everything, but she really can't make the connection. Part of it is because of her, and part of it is because of him. And now Emily feels like she's losing control, or that he is going to flip on her when she marries him. And of course he is. Of course he is. Temperature was a preview of what's coming, Emily. When that's going to happen, we don't know. But I can guarantee he's not the same humbled man that he used to be, especially if they get their own place. If they move into their community, he's definitely going to change because now he's around people who support him in his culture. So here she is now second guessing it. Wrong time. Her timing is always off. Her timing was off, but I so understood where she was. I put myself for a change in her shoes and understood where she was going with it. And Kobe doesn't understand it. And he feels like, I got to start standing up for myself. I'm sick of this. But boo, you waited the day before the wedding to get sick of this. That's just weak. That's so weak. How you gonna wait till the day and I say something and now all of a sudden you tired of it? Bitch, when was you saying this stuff before? Again, opportunist. You got an opportunity to be here in America. You have a big Cameroon, I believe I'm saying the community that you want to live with, and now it's coming out. Believe it or not, I'm not dragging Emily this week because right is right and wrong is wrong. And what I saw from him, I'm like, don't wait until the battle is over. Shout now. You gonna sit up there and say something now? You should have been said something. Because evidently he's probably, changing and she sees the sign. And, show me your friends and I'll show you you. Show me your friends and I'll show you you. Show me all 5 of them. Your 5 closest friends and I'll show you who you are. Wrong time. But you needed to be said. Last but not least, gibberish. Gibberish and Miona. Miona is another one who's coming over here with these dreams to the point where she has caused a rift in the relationship between Gibberish and his mama. She wants this wedding. She wants it the way that she wants it. She wants it beautiful. She wants it, by the beach. She wants it hot. And so they're at a resort. She, booked the Airbnb for them to stay in, and she's happy about that. Grandma has come, but Gibberish mother said, I'm not coming. Gibberish sits down and talks to his grandmother about, marrying Miona. I think that he's one of those guys, his grandmother said he's always been a risk taker. His mother said he's always been a risk taker. He's taking this risk and he is not going to turn back on it, whether or not his heart is all the way in it or no. He's made a commitment and he's going to stick with this commitment and this risk. And he's going to deal with the chips come what may. He calls and reaches out to his mother. And his mother's like, I can't do it. The mother is showing tough love, but it's tough love at the wrong time. She says that she wants to support Gibberish, but she can't because he makes bad decisions. But all of our kids make bad decisions. All of them. I have a daughter, and I love her with everything in me. I love her unconditionally. Although I do want her to make some corrections. But if she were to get married, there would be nothing that would stop me from being there. Whether or not I had, whether I had to, get a couple of people to jump him after the wedding is over, I'm going to be there for my child. And I'm going to put away my feelings and how I feel about it for the sake of my only child. See, Gibberish is not her 5th or 6th child. He's her only child. And I think, in my opinion, that the father is playing a role in this and making her stay a hard ass. And she says that, a mother wants to see their son hug their bride and kiss them for the first time as husband and wife. And mama, ain't nothing stopping you from that but pride and stubbornness. Now I know that this is a reaction or not a reaction. This is a reenactment. But mom, if that's really what you did, you're gonna regret that. Now Miona's not the nicest. She's slick, she's cunning in my opinion. She's all that. Bitch, I saw somebody on Instagram, I believe it was, that looked at her makeup brushes or something like that. They found them on like one of them little sites, and her price markup was she had marked it up to $60. I think that you could buy it from the other people for like $10 or $12. Girl. Now I know we be out here making that money. You know, you gotta make that money. But $60 for some cheap. But this was her dream. Her dream was to come here and capitalize on American, in my opinion, allegedly. The mother has seen some things in her. Oh, I'm sure she has because we've seen it. We've seen it. But if the mother really didn't go to their wedding, I'm sorry. That's just not what you do with your only child. He's hurt and he's disappointed, but he's going to go through with it. His grandmother is going to marry them. And so we'll see that. We're going to have to sit through that next week. I have never liked, if you go back on my other videos, I've never liked wedding weeks. I don't like them. I don't want to see it. But anyway, y'all, that is the end of my review. I thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to everybody. Yes, $60. That's more than my Morphe brushes. Now, when you start talking about the other ones, now, it do go up in price, because you can get a MAC brush. Okay. But $60 for hers? Nah, boo. Mm-mm. What kind of hair? Mm-mm. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed and who have hit that thumbs up button. I really do appreciate it. I love you all to pieces. Thank you to my moderators who always keep the room nice and safe for us. Love y'all, and until next time. Bye.